What's going on, y'all? Christopher here. It's a rainy day. It's been raining all through the morning. And days like this just lead me to sitting around and reflecting and just thinking about random stuff. So I figure as long as I'm thinking and reflecting, I might as well just turn on the camera. Y'all can at least suffer through my banter and reflecting, right? You can do that with me. Having a cup of Joe, and like I said, just chilling. So one of the things that was floating through my mind today was just how like the last couple of years have just completely flown by. It seems like it doesn't seem like that long ago. And I might not chop this video up. You might get it however it is. If I feel like cutting it, I will, but I might not, just so you know. But it seems like not long ago where I was just hanging out, visiting New York City. And I know I bring that up a lot, but I put a lot of things in contrast and perspective from that moment of mine because for me that was a big moment for me. But it seems like not long ago that was just happening. Equally, it seems like not long ago when I was making videos on what I kind of thought we would do with this COVID thing and how I thought it would go. And, the way it actually went, notwithstanding, it just seems like it wasn't that long ago. Like, I know y'all feel me on that. The point I'm making is more than 2 years has gone by, right? Yeah, more than 2 years has gone by. And there's not much I can say for like the last 2 years. And I'm willing to bet that a lot of y'all are with me on that. I just, there's not many things that I can reflect on over the past couple years or so. And I hate that. I'll talk about it here in a second. I'm not a big fan of lost time and regret and things like that. I don't do well with those kinds of things. And as the older I get, the more precious my time becomes. And knowing that I just can't find memorable moments, or at least many of them, and I'm not counting my kids. Obviously, I did what I could, and everybody did with family. But that aside, I can't find any, or I can't recollect any big memorable moments from like the past 2 years. Many of them. There's a few, and that kind of hurts me. That pains me a little bit because I want to make as many memories and things that I can look back on as I can. And I hate not being in control of my own destiny. I hate not being in control of my own life. I hate not being in control of my own memories, my own, the fun I have, the things I bring into my life in order to create those memories. I hate not being in control of that. And that's what's happened over the last few years. So I'm just sitting here thinking as it's raining and I'm sitting inside with nothing to do and nowhere to go, that, man, I think, actually, I think this past half a year or so of this year, I would say from about May, maybe April, about May from this year on to about September or so, I think is the busiest I've been in a while. It's the busiest I've been in a while here in Germany. And, through no major fault of my own. I mean, I can equate a little bit of it to, a little bit of complacency and comfort and just keeping still too much. But for the most part, a lot of it's just been out of my control. If it's whether it's something I've talked to you guys about or something that I haven't put publicly on this YouTube space. More or less, this past 6 months has been the busiest I've been in a while, and that's kind of ridiculous. That's kind of ridiculous, man, because as I said, I don't want to be one that wastes time. I don't want to waste time. it doesn't matter what age you are and how old you think you are or how much time you think you got. Like, we only have so much time on this planet, or this plane, whichever side of the fence y'all sit on. So we really don't have time to waste. Every moment needs to be filled with joy, and just, I don't know, peace and just love and lovingness and just all the good things that, we're able to feel as humans. We need to be bringing that to our lives as much as possible. And if it's in our control, we need to be actively, pursuing that. You know, I kind of feel like it comes naturally when you make the space for it, when you make the way for it, as far as like keeping your energy positive and, being, being pleasant to people, being nice to people, being about other people, for the most part, a sense of selflessness when it comes to being kind and things like that. I feel like that makes the way for, all kinds of things positive to come towards you and towards your way. And whether or not you would roll with that way of thinking, it's just nice anyway. It's just nice to be kind anyway. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I feel great when I'm being kind to people, and I feel terrible when I'm being, if I'm the one initiating, which I try to not be. I'm usually not that kind of person, but I feel terrible when I'm being not so kind to people. So again, as I sit here on this dismal day, gray skies, might as well get ready for that. There's going to be a lot of that over the next 6-7 months. These are the kind of things that go through my mind, and I'm thinking that anytime I feel like reflecting and talking and going over things in my head, I might just turn the camera on and throw it up on the channel. Why the fuck not? Why not? I'll talk about the channel in another video, but it is what it is with that. And at this point, I don't think it matters too much. People who are here are people who want to hear me talking and want to hear my take and my opinions on things. And whoever's not here, obviously, they shouldn't have been and they weren't supposed to be. And it's good that they're not. So before I banter on, because I can do this all day, that's going to be it for this one. And I guess I'll talk to you guys in the next one.